Hey guys, so here we are with the question second of the exercise 2.2 of the chapter Polynomials. So the question second is find a quadratic polynomial each with the given numbers as sum and product of its zeros respectively. What it means is that the two numbers we can say, as it's clearly seen that in A, B, C, D, E and F, two numbers has been given, and what these numbers are denoted. This number denotes the sum and the product of its zeros. So what we need to find is the quadratic polynomial. Let us come to the A part. Here the numbers provided are 1/4 and -1. So as we know, the first number denotes the sum of zeros, which means sum of zeros is equals to 1/4 is equals to minus b by, or we can say another way that 1/4 is equals to minus b by 8. Okay, and the second number denotes the product of zeros, and as we know, product of zeros is equals to c by a, so c by a is equals to -1. But if we clearly see this statement, that is 1/4 is equals to minus b by a, here in the denominator a value is equals to 4, and we know that a value can be one specific value, but a cannot have two different values, as in this case if we see this statement, then here the a value comes out to be 1, but in this first statement here the a value comes out to be 4. So in order to make this value specific, a's value 1 specific value, we will multiply and divide it by 4. So the number obtained will be -4 divided by 4. So it's clearly seen that a value now becomes a specific one, which is equals to 4 in both the cases. So comparing, what we will get is that a is equals to 4, b is equals to -1, and c is equals to -4. So the polynomial, what was the basic formula, or we can say the basic format for writing the quadratic polynomial? It was ax² plus bx plus c. So putting the values of a, b and c in the polynomial, what we get is 4x² minus x minus 4. That is 4x² minus x minus 4 is a quadratic polynomial whose sum of 0 comes out to be equal to 1/4 and the product of zeros comes out to be equal to -1. Now coming to the B part of the question, here the numbers provided are √2 and 1/3. Since the sum of zeros is equals to minus b by a, which is equal to √2, and product of zeros is equals to c by a, which is equal to 1/3 in the given question. So if we multiply and divide 3, here the number which we will obtain is 3√2/3. Again the same concept has been used. In order to make the a value specific, we will multiply and divide it with the number 3, as the product of the zero has been given 1/3, and from here a value comes out to be 3, but here it was equal to 0. So in order to make the value of the a 3, we will multiply and divide it by the number 3. So comparing, what we will get is that a is equals to 3, b is equals to -3√2, and c is equals to 1. So the polynomial, which is ax² plus bx plus c, can be written as 3x² minus 3 root 2x plus 1. So now coming to the C part of the question, here the numbers are 0 and root 5. So the sum of zeros, which is equal to minus b by a, is equals to 0, and the product of zeros, which is equal to c by a with the formula, will be equal to root 5 according to the number given in the question. So comparing, what we will get is that a is equals to 1, b is equals to 0, and c is equals to root 5. So the polynomial, which is ax square plus bx plus c. Now putting the value of a, b and c in this polynomial, what we will obtain the quadratic polynomial is x square plus 0b plus root 5, or in other words x square plus root 5. Now coming to the D part of the question, here the numbers provided are 1 and 1. So sum of zeros, which is equals to minus b by a, is equals to 1. Product of zeros, which is equal to c by a, is also equal to 1. So comparing, a value is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 1, and c is equals to 1. So the polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c, and putting the values of a, b, c in this polynomial, what we will obtain is x square minus x plus 1. So this was about the D part. Now coming to the E part, here the numbers provided are 1 by 4 and minus 1 by 4. So sum of zeros, which is equal to minus b by a, is equals to minus 1 by 4, and product of zeros, which is equal to c by a, is equals to 1 by 4. So on comparing, a value is equals to 4, b is equals to 1, and c is equals to 1. Now the polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c, and putting the value of a, b and c respectively, what the polynomial we get, what the quadratic polynomial we can say is plus x plus 1. Got it? Now coming to the F part, here the numbers provided are 4 and 1. So sum of zeros, which is equal to minus b by a, is equals to 4. And product of zeros, which is equal to c by a, is equals to 1. So on comparing, what we will obtain is a is equals to 1, b is equals to minus 4, and c is equals to 1. So the polynomial, which is ax square plus bx plus c, now put the values of a, b and c in this, what we will obtain, the quadratic polynomial is x square minus 4x plus 1. So this was all about the question 2 of the exercise 2 of the chapter polynomial. I hope this question is clear to all of you.